forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack making backflip. Telly Hank did with the action. With the Vato speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews, how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby Maine. Just caught a touchdown from the Bay.
Cases like this, death penalty cases, move at a very different and very methodical pace. This one, in fact, actually predates Rhonda Fields as state senator, or even state representative as she is now. Her son, Javad Marshall Fields, and fiancee Vivian Wolf were gunned down in Aurora in June of 2005. It was a witness intimidation case, and both defendants, Robert Ray and Sir Mario Owens, now make up 2/3 of the state's death row
We
contingent.
have 7 News investigator John Ferrugia joining us now. And John, not many people on Colorado's death row right now, and with our current governor, it is unlikely any of them would be put to death anytime soon.
That's right, Ann. There are 3 people on death row right now. Robert Ray, if you might remember him, he ordered the killings of 2 witnesses who are going to testify against him in another murder charge. And so he contacted Sir Mario Owens. Mario Owens was the trigger man who killed the innocent witnesses in this case. And of course, that was Javad Marshall Fields and Vivian Wolf.
Colorado's only people on death row tonight is making an appeal. Robert Ray was convicted of attempted murder back in 2004, then was later sentenced to death for the 2005 murders of Javad Marshall Fields and Vivian Wolf. Russell Haythorne is at that hearing today. And Russell, Ray isn't focused on the death sentence yet. It's the attempted murder conviction he wants overturned.
Yeah, Eric, Robert Ray wants a new trial in his attempted murder case for the shootings of Javad Marshall Fields and another man in an Aurora Park back in 2004. You'll recall that shooting led to a deadly chain of events. While Robert Ray was in jail, he ordered a hit on Javad Marshall Fields to keep him from testifying against Ray in the park shootings. Marshall Fields was killed in that hit, as well as his fiancee, Vivian Wolf. In today's hearing, Ray's attorneys said problems throughout the attempted murder proceedings mean he should get a new trial. Those problems include a juror who sent a note on day 3 of deliberations saying he didn't agree with the rest of the jury. 4 to 5 hours later, there was a unanimous conviction. Defense attorneys argue that may have been coercion. The appeals court is expected to issue a ruling sometime within the next few weeks on the proceedings that happened here in the appeals court today. Meantime, about an hour ago, I talked to Javad Marshall Fields' mother, who is State Representative Rhonda Fields. She says, or she believes rather, that Ray is appealing the attempted murder conviction, was appealing the attempted murder conviction today so that he can eventually appeal his death sentence conviction in that subsequent case. We will, of course, continue to follow this as it develops. For now, we are live in downtown Denver. I'm Russell Haythorne. Back to you.
Sir Mario Owens, who killed the couple, is still on death row, but it could be months or even years before an execution date is set. Owens has been back in court recently, and back in September, a judge considered whether the defense adequately represented Owens and whether prosecutors turned over all relevant evidence in the case. The assistant DA told us this case will consist of a long series of hearings that could last years.
Yo, Sugar Popalot. We back on MOBB business. We on our way to Colorado with it. If y'all GPS and meet us in Aurora. It's our first time around here, so if we got anybody tapped in with this mob shit, make sure y'all get in the comment box flooded up. Today we are going to be telling you the story of a guy by the name of Robert Ray. Now, in the process of telling you the story, it's also going to show you how a bad situation could even end up worse. Now, in the more very recent episodes, I spoke on how there are certain people that you are not going to get away with killing. So for those that don't understand what I mean, anybody can be murdered, and that's a fact, but you're not going to get away with killing certain people. And when I spoke on this earlier, I mentioned politicians first. And when I mentioned politicians, I forgot to mention their families. Now, this story has so many twists and turns, but the seeds of it are planted at a music festival in Aurora in 2004. And it would be an incident at that music festival that would lead to Robert Ray and an associate of his, Sir Mario Owens, to make up a majority of the people on Colorado's death row. Now, it would be at that music festival in 2004 where Robert Ray would end up in some altercation with two other men in attendance, Alvin Bell and Javad Marshall Fields. The situation would escalate and both men would end up being shot. During the course of the shooting, another man, Gregory Van, would be shot and killed, with Robert Ray being the suspected triggerman. Authorities would eventually catch up with Robert Ray. Robert Ray would find himself behind bars, charged with attempted first-degree murder, first-degree assault, as well as accessory to a murder. And it would be from his jail cell where he would give a call to Sir Mario Owens. Eyeing his freedom, it was during that call where Robert Ray would allegedly solicit Sir Mario Owens for an act that would land both men with the death penalty. Robert Ray would spend a year in jail when on June 20th, 2005, Javad Marshall Fields, along with a female by the name of Vivian Wolf, both graduates of Colorado State University, would be driving in a gray sedan when shots would be fired into it, killing them both. It wouldn't be long before authorities would tie Sir Mario Owens to the crime and then linking him. After Sir Mario Owens' arrest, authorities would put the pieces together of the murder and they would begin to see a link between him and Robert Ray, who was awaiting trial for the previous shooting of Javad Marshall Fields in 2004. Now, I'm not sure if the two men knew at the time, but when they took the life of Javad Marshall Fields, they would essentially give life to his mother, Rhonda Fields, who would start to get into politics after working as a victim's advocate in the wake of her son's death. In 2007, the same year that Sir Mario Owens would be convicted for the murder of her son, she would be named by then Colorado Governor Bill Ritter to the Colorado's Commission of Criminal Juvenile Justice, with that only being a stepping stone, as she would climb her way all the way up to Colorado State House of Representatives, going on to be the first African-American woman elected in State House District 42. There's no way that Robert Ray and Sir Mario Owens could probably fathom it at the time, but with her rising that high in Colorado's judicial system, there's always going to be a highlight on their case. Now, I need y'all to let me know, am I right or wrong? Are there just some people you cannot murder? Well, like I said, you can, but it would be considered a crash mission. Now, y'all make sure y'all hit that red subscribe and bell right under this video so y'all know when this real Trill Spill shit is dropping. If we got anybody tuned into this mob tie shit from Colorado, we need y'all in the comment box. Everybody else, we need y'all to let us know who we need to cover, what we got wrong, what we need to talk about, where we need to go. Y'all get in the comment box and let me know when is a good time to go live so I can tap in with the whole mob. Y'all already know the routine. I'm going to be back before you know it. Popalot. For real mob tie shit.